Good afternoon, friends. In last lecture, we started with analgesic chapter. Under analgesics, you know that there are two types of analgesics. Already we completed under classification. That one is to be called as narcotic analgesics, or also called as opioid analgesic, and second one that is to be called as non-narcotic analgesics, or also called as NSAID drug, that is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Now in last lecture we started with the first type, that is narcotic or opioid analgesic. You know that there are three types of narcotic or opioid analgesics. One that is to be called as natural opium alkaloidal compound. Example: morphine, codeine, methylene, methadone. Out of this morphine and codeine, these are the natural compound. Already we completed under classification that morphine and codeine, that is natural compound. Then second type, that is semi-synthetic derivatives of morphine, that is prepared by semi-synthetic process. Semi-synthetic derivatives of morphine, that is heroin, isn't it? And third type, that is synthetic substitutes of morphine. These drugs prepared as a synthetic substitute by synthetic process and used as a substitute to natural opium alkaloidal compound, that is to morphine and codeine. Example: methylene and methadone. Methylene and methadone. So this is the what? This is the full classification of narcotic or opioid analgesic. Now in last lecture we completed regarding pharmacological actions of morphine. That morphine acting on central nervous system, major action of morphine, that is on CNS, central nervous system, also acting on GID, also acting on eyes, then on cardiovascular system and on smooth muscles. We also completed the different therapeutic uses, adverse effect of morphine. Morphine generally used in the dose of 8 to 20 mg by means of intramuscular or subcutaneous route of administration. Morphine should not be given orally because of unpredictable and unreliable oral absorption. Generally it is given in the dose of 8 to 20 mg by intramuscular or subcutaneous route of administration. Then we completed various therapeutic uses, adverse effect. Now the next point under morphine, that is morphine poisoning. This is also important one. Most of the time in total pharmacology syllabus there are about 5 to 6 type of drug poisoning included. Out of this, today we start with the first poisoning, that is morphine drug poisoning. Sometimes they may ask morphine poisoning or opioid poisoning, or it is also called as narcotic poisoning. It is one and the same. Instead of asking morphine, they may be asked mention symptoms and treatment of morphine poisoning or opioid poisoning or narcotic poisoning. So remember, it is one and the same. Already we completed that pharmacological actions of morphine. Morphine produces different pharmacological action. But if this morphine, opioid or narcotic drug consumed in overdoses beyond pharmacological doses, or intentionally administration of morphine occurs for suicidal purpose, or overdoses of morphine leads to produces poisoning symptom. That poisoning symptom, that is called as morphine poisoning. And whenever morphine poisoning occurs, the symptoms found in patient that produces pinpoint pupil. That is pinpoint pupil, that is nothing but meiosis effect. There is a constriction of pupil size, and thereby such a individual, he can able to see only nearer object, but he cannot able to see far away object. That condition, that is called as meiosis. In addition to this, it also causes slow respiration. Because of depression action, already completed under pharmacological action, that morphine by depression action on medulla oblongata, that is on respiratory center, it depresses respiration. So whenever morphine poisoning occurs, it causes slow respiration. Respiration of patient decreases. There is a pinpoint pupil. Then hypothermia effect. Hypothermia, that is decreases body temperature than normal. Skin becomes cold, and that phenomenon, that is called as hypothermia effect. In addition to this, it produces hypotension in patient. Blood pressure of patient may decreases because of depression action, and thereby produces hypotension or decreases blood pressure in patient because of vasodilation effect on blood vessel. In addition to this, patient may goes under coma because of severe respiratory depression. Patient may goes in coma and finally death of patient may occur due to overdoses of morphine. Means whenever morphine consumed in overdoses, there is a chances that patient may goes in coma because of severe respiratory depression and finally death of patient may occur. So what is the treatment for morphine poisoning or narcotic poisoning or opioid poisoning? Whenever these symptoms found because of morphine poisoning, immediately the treatment given to the patient. That first treatment given to the patient, that is called as morphine antagonist drug given to the patient. You already know that antagonist, that drug opposes pharmacological action of morphine. That antagonizes pharmacological action of morphine. So whenever morphine poisoning occurs, immediately morphine antagonist drug given to the patient. Now here morphine antagonist, that is naloxone. Naloxone, that is used as a naloxone injection immediately given to the patient in the dose of 0.4 milligram by intravenous route of administration and repeated after every 4 to 6 hours. Most of the time they may be asked, give the example of morphine antagonist. Morphine antagonist, that is example naloxone. Or sometimes they may be asked, mention dose, route of administration and one important use of naloxone. So remember that the first treatment given in morphine poisoning or narcotic or opioid poisoning, that morphine antagonist drug given to the patient. Which is the morphine antagonist? That is naloxone injection. Naloxone injection given in the dose of 0.4 milligram by intravenous route repeated after every 4 to 6 hours. That drug antagonizes, that block the pharmacological action of morphine, that reverse all the effect of morphine, and therefore morphine antagonist, that is naloxone injection given to the patient. Second treatment given to the patient, that is called as gastric lavage treatment. Gastric lavage, that is nothing but the washing of stomach. Whatever the unabsorbed poison, whatever the unabsorbed morphine, that is to be removed through gastric lavage treatment with dilute potassium permanganate. This dilute potassium permanganate solution given in order to remove unabsorbed poison from GIT, and that treatment, that is called as gastric lavage treatment. Then third treatment given to morphine poisoning patient, that artificial respiration should be given to the patient. As you know that whenever morphine poisoning occurs, it causes respiratory depression, and that severe respiratory depression patient may go in coma. So to recover this respiratory depression, artificial respiration, artificial oxygenation treatment should be given to the patient. Then next treatment given, that is saline solution, like 5% weight by volume dextrose injection or 0.9% weight by volume sodium chloride injection saline solution should be given to the patient, and then patient maintain with various antibiotic therapy. So this is the symptoms and treatment of morphine poisoning. Sometimes they will ask for 4 marks, mention symptoms and treatment of morphine or opioid or narcotic poisoning. It is one and the same. You can be put like word say, but you should know that it is one and the same. So symptom, if you understand pharmacological action, very easy, that it produces meiosis. It causes constriction of pupil. Therefore, such an individual he can able to see only nearer object. He cannot able to see far away object. That is pinpoint pupil or meiosis effect. It also causes slow respiration. Because of depression action on medulla oblongata, respiration of patient decreases. That patient la श्वास घ्यायला त्रास होतो. Then it produces hypothermia, decreases body temperature and skin may become cold. Then hypotension, because of vasodilation effect on cardiovascular system, it causes hypotension. And severe respiratory depression of the patient may go in coma, and finally death of patient may take place. So what is the treatment? This is the line of treatment for morphine poisoning patient. Sometimes instead of asking morphine poisoning symptoms and treatment, they will ask mention dose, route of administration, and one important use of naloxone. Remember these doses also. In last lecture we completed thiopentone sodium. So here you remember most important one, that is naloxone. What is the dose? That is 0.4 milligram given by intravenous route of administration, repeated after every 4 to 6 hours. What is the use of naloxone? That naloxone used as morphine antagonist drug, used in treatment of morphine or opioid drug poisoning. So this is the important point, that is morphine or opioid or narcotic poisoning. Now the next point in this chapter, that is called as morphine antagonist. Another point that they will ask, write a note on morphine antagonists. Already you know that morphine antagonists are those drugs which antagonizes, which block the pharmacological action of morphine. Such a drugs are called as morphine antagonists. There are two types of morphine antagonists. One is to be called as the fully antagonist, and second one that is to be called as the partial antagonist. Fully antagonist and second one that is partial antagonist. Fully antagonist example that is naloxone. Already we completed that it is used as a fully antagonist in the dose of 0.4 mg by IV. By competitive antagonism mechanism, it blocks, it reverses the effect of morphine. Already we completed under antagonism, competitive antagonism, that morphine and naloxone drug act by competitive antagonism mechanism. So this is fully antagonist example naloxone. Then second partial antagonist, that is naloxone, butorphanol. These drugs are used as a partial antagonist. These drugs having structural similarity with morphine. These drugs are less potent than morphine as an analgesic agent, but widely used as antitussive agent. That is used in treatment of cough treatment, and therefore such agents are called as antitussive agent. So they may ask what are morphine antagonists? That those drugs antagonizes, those drugs block pharmacological action of morphine. Such a drugs are called as morphine antagonist. There are two types, fully antagonist and partial antagonist, that is naloxone. This is already we completed. Then partial antagonist naloxone, that shows structural similarity with morphine. So this is the next point, that is morphine antagonist. Now this is the first drug under natural opium compound, that is morphine. Then second drug, that is codeine. This codeine, that is chemically it is a methyl morphine. The structure of codeine, it also contains phenanthrene ring, and only the difference in structure of morphine and codeine, that instead of hydroxyl group at third position, it replaced with methoxy group, and therefore it is called as methyl morphine compound. Because of methyl morphine, the potency of codeine drug decreases than morphine. It is less potent than morphine drug, and therefore it is majorly used as antitussive agent. It is used in treatment of dry cough. You know that in Corex syrup, Fencicillin syrup, there is a codeine phosphate available in market. This codeine, that is majorly used as antitussive agent in treatment of dry cough. Generally it is used for antitussive action in the dose of 10 to 20 mg, while for analgesic action used in the dose of 20 to 40 mg. Sometimes there will be mentioned dose, route of administration, and one important use of antitussive agent, that is codeine. So codeine for antitussive action used in the dose of 10 to 20 mg, while for analgesic action it is used in the dose of 20 to 40 mg. So this is first type under natural opium alcohol compound, that is morphine and codeine. Second type, semi-synthetic compound, that is heroin. Heroin, that is also very highly potent and narcotic analgesic drug, but it is not used in clinical practice because of its severe side effect, that will develop addiction, drug tolerance, drug dependence. So nowadays the third type, the drug that is called as synthetic substitutes of morphine. Now why we are going to developing synthetic substitutes of morphine? This is the third type under narcotic analgesic drug, that synthetic substitutes of morphine compound. Synthetic substitutes. Why these substitutes are going to be developed? Even though there is a natural morphine compound, natural potent narcotic analgesic drug available, but why we are going to be developing synthetic substitutes? This is because there are certain drawbacks, there are certain disadvantages of natural compound, that is morphine. Morphine, it is ineffective by oral route, already we know. Second thing, that morphine, it produces addiction, drug tolerance, drug dependence, which is very dangerous to life of patient. To overcome this drawback of natural opium compound and free from all these drawback and having more potency against that natural compound, nowadays synthetic substitutes are going to be developed. So these synthetic substitutes are classified into four types. First type, that is known as pethidine and its derivatives. Second, methadone and its derivatives. Third type, that is benzomorphinol compound. Benzomorphinol compound, example pentazocine. And fourth type, that is bivorphenol compound. These compounds are used as a synthetic substitute of morphine. Nowadays for analgesic action instead of morphine, even though morphine that is natural compound, highly potent narcotic analgesic drug, but because of its major side effect that it produces develop addiction, drug tolerance, drug dependence to the patient, and also oral absorption become unpredictable and unreliable. To overcome this side effect of morphine and with the aim to have the equal or more potency like natural compound and free from all the drawback, synthetic substitutes are going to be developed. So there are 4 types of synthetic substitute like pethidine, methadone, benzomorphinol compound like pentazocine and levorphenol compound. Pethidine, that is, if you compare with morphine drug, suppose here there is a morphine and here pethidine. What is the difference between morphine and pethidine drug? Morphine, that is highly potent narcotic analgesic drug, highly potent analgesic, while it is less potent analgesic agent. Potency is going to be less than morphine compound. But pethidine, it does not produce constipation, it does not produce meiosis effect, while morphine produces constipation and meiosis. Already we completed. Third difference in morphine and pethidine, that morphine not used in labor pain because of high lipid solubility, it may process placental barrier, reaches to fetus and may process respiratory depression, and therefore morphine it is not used in labor pain, while pethidine that is useful in labor pain, it does not process placental barrier, doesn't process any effect on child also. Another difference, that morphine used in the dose of 8 to 20 milligram, while this pethidine used in the dose of 50 to 100 milligram. So what is the difference? That pethidine, that is synthetic compound, but this is morphine natural compound, but there is a potency going to be different, but it is safe. It produces less addiction liability than morphine. Morphine produces more addiction, drug dependence, drug tolerance, while pethidine produces very less addiction, drug tolerance, and also free from constipation and meiosis. Another advantage, that it is useful in labor pain also. So therefore these synthetic substitutes are going to be developed. Even another example, that is methadone. Methadone, that is the best substitute for morphine addict patient. Sometime in Viva question they will be asked, which is the best substitute for morphine addict patient. एखादा patient morphine, चरस, गांजा याचा जर addict झाला असेल, what is the substitute? You know that similarly for alcohol, some patients are very addict to alcohol. In that patient, disulfiram, these disulfiram tablets available in market used as a substitute for alcohol. Similarly, for morphine narcotic drug addict patient, generally the best substitute used, that is methadone. Methadone produces same euphoria effect, sense of well-being, mentally satisfaction condition in patient as like morphine, but free from addiction, drug tolerance and drug dependence, and therefore it is the best substitute for morphine addict patient, used in the dose of 25 to 50 milligram by oral route of administration. It is effective by oral route, while morphine effective by intramuscular or by subcutaneous route of administration. While this pethidine, methadone, these drugs are effective by oral route of administration. So sometimes they will ask, which is the best substitute for morphine addict patient? So that is the methadone. Why? Because methadone, it is less potent analgesic than morphine, but free from addiction, drug tolerance, drug dependence. It is useful as a substitute for morphine addict patient. It produces same euphoria effect, same sense of well-being condition, mentally satisfaction condition in patient as like morphine, but it doesn't develop addiction and drug tolerance. It is used in the dose of 25 to 50 milligram. Similarly, benzomorphinol compound like pentazocine, levorphenol, free from addiction, drug tolerance, also effective by oral route, and therefore used as the best substitute for morphine natural compound. So this is sometimes if you have short note, try to note down synthetic substitute of morphine. Why we are developing substitute? Because of the drawback of natural compound. To overcome this drawback of natural morphine compound, synthetic 4 substitutes are going to be developed. Even in today's practice, these drugs are used as a narcotic analgesic drug, synthetic substitute for morphine drug. So this is regarding 3 types of narcotic analgesics. Some new reasons are going to be included in our syllabus. Already we discussed in pharmacological action. Some indirect question may be asked. For example, first question, that morphine should not be given to children. then to pregnant women and to old age people. Indirect question in revision they may be asked that why morphine should not be given to children, to pregnant women and to old age people. What is the reason? Here if you understand the full chapter then you may write the example. So you know that morphine in case of children's metabolizing and excretory system is not well developed at this age and therefore it should not be given to children. In case of pregnant women, if it is given, morphine is highly liquid soluble drug, easily crosses placental barrier, reaches to fetus and may produce respiratory depression of fetus, may produce harmful effect on life of fetus and therefore it should not be given to pregnant women. Why it should not be given to old age people? Because in old age people it may causes respiratory depression because of depression action on medulla oblongata. Already in old age people respiration is going to be slow and also it causes constriction of bronchial smooth muscle that may lead to produce bronchial asthma in patient. की old age people मध्ये constriction होते. There is a difficulty in breathing. त्या patient ना श्वास घ्यायला काय त्रास होईल because of pharmacological action of morphine that by acting on bronchial smooth muscle it causes constriction and due to constriction there is a difficulty in breathing. So due to these two reasons that in old age people it decreases respiration becomes slow because of depression action on medulla oblongata as well as it causes constriction of bronchial smooth muscle, that is difficulty in breathing and therefore should not be given to old age people. So this is the first indirect question that why should not be given to children, to pregnant women and to old age people also. Another reason that which is repeatedly asked in morphine produces euphoria. What is the reason? Already we completed in pharmacological action. That euphoria, that is nothing but the sense of well-being, that is mentally satisfaction condition. If morphine administered in absence of pain, कि pain न होता तर अपन कुठे नार्कोटिक ड्रग पेशंटला दिले, that produces psychologically satisfaction and mentally satisfaction, sense of well-being condition occurs and to experience this type of effect again repeated administration of the drug take place and that leads to process euphoria condition in patient. Another revision question that why morphine given along with atropine drug in biliary colic pain. Whenever there is a GIT colic pain, जेव्हा पोट दुखणं असेल, कुठलाही पोट दुखणं असेल, GIT colic pain असेल, along with morphine, atropine should be given. You know that morphine, that is the potent narcotic analgesic drug which relieve pain. But at the same side, morphine by acting on gastrointestinal tract causes constriction of GIT colic. There is a severe pain may occur because of constriction action on intestinal. It causes the constriction and that may lead to process bursting of sphincter. कि जब हम मसल टाइटनिंग होतील, constrict होतील, colic pain में असताना already constriction है. When morphine given as an analgesic drug, as a potent narcotic analgesic drug, it also causes severe constriction and that may lead to bursting of sphincter. Sphincter फुटू शकतो. To overcome this, atropine, that is anticholinergic drug, which produces relaxation effect on intestinal smooth muscle. So to overcome the side effect of morphine, always in biliary colic pain or in intestinal colic pain, morphine given along with atropine. One more question already completed is given in notes that morphine should not be used in head injury condition. एखाद्या पेशंटला जर head injury झाली, accidental case झाली, in that pain also morphine should not be given. This is because whenever there is a head injury occurs, it causes increase in intracranial pressure. Intracranial pressure is going to be increased. And also during head injury there is a assessment of cerebral dysfunctioning condition may not be assessed and properly because of antagonizing effect or to relieve pain and because of this reason it is not used in head injury condition. There are two factors. One, that it causes increase in intracranial pressure and second, there is a assessment of cerebral dysfunctioning. There is a difficulty and to overcome this side effect, always morphine should not be used in head injury condition. So these type of indirect question in revision may be asked in examination. So already given in notes and here we finish first part under morphine chapter, narcotic analgesic or opioid analgesic. In next lecture, in next part, we'll see Second type of analgesic agent, that is non-narcotic or NSAID, that is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. So today we completed morphine, pethidine, codeine, methadone. These drugs that is used as a narcotic analgesic. This is the first type under analgesic. There are two types: narcotic or opioid, and second one is non-narcotic. So today we completed narcotic or opioid analgesic. So meanwhile you are supposed to complete your notes.